Hey everyone, it's Vala the Huntress and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I do pick a card readings and other spiritual based videos here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and if you have subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload new videos. Thank you to everyone who has been booking in readings with me and donating to my channel. I'm so very grateful. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, all my details are in the description box below. If you'd like to come follow me on Instagram and TikTok, that is all down below as well. So in today's reading, we're going to be asking the question, why are people so drawn to you? Are you a succubus or a saint? So in this reading, I'm just going to look at the energy that I can pick up about you. Again, I'm going to leave this open to whatever spirit wants to channel through for you. Just anything that comes through will be what you need to hear. And in my extended on Patreon, I'm going to be looking at how you can best utilize this energy and how you can use it in your spell work, your craft, your magic. Just kind of like going deeper into it. So I'm going to take the reading, just going a lot more deeper on my Patreon. If you would like to join my Patreon, you can find all the details in the pinned comment below. Great, so I'm going to have 3 piles here for you to choose from. So just pick the one that best resonates with your energy. 1, 2, or 3. Great, so let's jump into this and we'll start off with pile number 1. Why are people so drawn to you? Are you a succubus or a saint? Okay, pile number 1. So I've also got some channeled messages as well that I did for each of the piles. So let's look at your channeled messages first. So I wonder if you can see. Okay, we have Vampy, you have an alluring presence. We have Beauty and Brains. It's kind of already off to a good start. We do have an exciting offer from a person. And I do have, because these are random, I do have the Janet Jackson song, If I Was Your Girl. You will receive an apology, and we have no hair, bald or light hair. Okay, so I'm gonna pick some of these, some tarot cards. Actually, let me just put these over here. Okay, and let's pick some cards to get a bit more into this. I'm definitely, I'm gonna need to look deeper into this energy. Why are people so drawn to you? What I'm getting as well, because I'm kind of getting that you recently went through a transformation, and I feel like in the past you've always been perhaps like quite quick to kind of I'm just going to say it. I feel like maybe there's kind of like a people pleaser kind of role you were playing in the past, but you've transformed that, and I can see that you've changed here, especially with this Queen of Swords coming out. And that's why I kind of feel like even before, people kind of would have missed you over, and now I feel like a lot of people have seen the transformation because you've done so much work and growth on yourself, that I feel like a lot of people from your past are noticing this, and because I've like effed up, I feel like a lot of them are wanting to come towards you now because they've seen how much you've elevated. So I kind of feel like you went through, it's kind of like you went through this transformation where you had to learn how to stand up for yourself. You had to learn kind of really, I'm getting like a real independent energy from you, and I feel like you did cut a lot of people out of your life that were not really in alignment with you and kind of were mistreating you, or just something wasn't really gelling with you is what I'm getting. And I'm kind of just, I'm sensing there's like a lot of people that either kind of like I feel like they're either like watching on you on your social media, or you have kind of like close like friends of friends or something like this, where they're kind of watching you from a distance and they want to approach you. And I feel like they're kind of regretting how they've treated you, because it's like now you're this Queen of Swords. So I'm definitely getting you've transformed from like, perhaps I feel like you were like this real saint, but now you've really learnt how to stand up for yourself, and you don't take any like BS from anyone. But because you were a saint, and you've also learnt how to have empathy for people as well. But it's kind of like you're very particular of who you let into your circle, and this is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of the energy I'm feeling from you. So you come across now with like, you do have succubus energy, but you also, you're not all cutthroat. You empathize with the right people, and perhaps this is like in your work, like you have a kind heart. So you are both, but it's like you transformed from just being the saint, and now you're like both, but you only show that saint side to the people that most, like only to some. You don't show it to everyone, because you don't, like, I feel you're very protective of your energy, and you don't want people kind of messing with you. I feel like people now are intimidated by you, is what I'm getting. Okay, we have the Hermit here as well. Ten of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Wands. I love it. You're definitely like, people find you very alluring and very hot, but you have so much depth to you. You've been through. This has transitioned you, because you went through the anxiety. You went through the real tough lessons in life, and I feel like perhaps you had to really go at this alone, is what I'm getting. Like, I feel like there were not a lot of people there that were very, I feel like not a lot of people were very supportive, or you just felt like they were not. Yeah, I feel like this journey, like even if you had a few people around you, I feel like you've kind of really felt like you did really have to go at this alone. And now you are just so, like I said, so protective of your energy that you have this succubus energy, where it's like, if you F with me, I'll literally cut you, is what I'm getting. But people are seeing you now as very beautiful and very like sexy, is what I'm getting. You have this real seductive quality about you, and this has come through the transformation, is what I'm getting. There's a lot of people here that, yeah, especially that vamping, your alluring presence, kind of already knew. We have flirt, which I feel describes your personality. Maybe you're a lot more outgoing as well, I feel, and you're not afraid to speak your mind, is what I'm getting to. Maybe you were a bit quiet before, but now you're becoming more vocal, is what I'm getting. And then we have make the effort. I kind of feel like you just know what you want now, and you know what you want, and you're very particular of who you let into your circle, is what I'm getting. So now and we do a chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction, and that's definitely you, especially this Queen of Wands here. But people, I feel like, want to get to you, but they almost like feel like they can't, or they like effed up before. Especially if there's someone wants, like, these people want to apologize to you and come back. But I do, for the people that are, I feel like there's someone coming towards you, if you were I mean, you could be with someone, but I'm getting there's someone like with this, an exciting offer from a person is coming through. That's because I feel like this energy's changed and you know what you want. Like, I feel like you've really changed your standards, and people can see that. And like it would take like a particular person to be with you, or that you do have currently, is what I'm getting. But I feel like there's something new coming in here. I want to look at more of this energy over on my Patreon and see how you can best be using it to your advantage, especially in your craft, because I'm picking up on a lot of things coming through. This could be in terms of like your craft. I'm kind of getting a lot of like witchcraft coming through. So I want to look further into this on my Patreon. So come join me over there. Yeah, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it resonated. And leave me a comment too, because I always love reading your comments. So I'll see you over on Patreon. Hey pal 2, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to be asking the question today: why are people so drawn to you? Are you a succubus or a saint? So I have some channeled messages. So let's have a look at your channeled messages first, and then we'll pick some tarot cards and I'll get a bit more deeper into this. On my extended, I'm going to look at how you can best be using this energy to your advantage. The more we have a look at what's going on, and also like how you can be using this energy in terms of like your craft, your magic, manifestation. So yeah, I'll be taking that onto my Patreon, which you can find the link. I've put the link down below in the pinned comment. Yeah, so you will have the courage to move on. We have coming in hot. This is new. We have drama. We have a motherly feminine energy. We have toxic. We have poetic and deep. And we have you fall hard but love even harder. Cleopatra vibes. Seductress, seducer. So we kind of already know what you are anyway, don't we? I kind of already knew with this, like from this beginning of that you have the courage to move on. Okay, group 2. So group 2, I feel that interesting. I feel that you do have the seductress quality to you, but this has come from a place of growth. This has come from a place of, I feel like you just kind of potentially have come into this energy where you had to, I feel this is a new energy for you, and you've kind of recently transitioned into this energy, because I feel like before that, I feel like this is kind of new. This is something different that you're trying, because you actually have, with this, are you a succubus or a saint? You actually have this huge heart. And I feel that in the past, a lot of people are taking advantage of your huge heart, but it's kind of like you have a barrier up around you where perhaps people don't see how much love you have to give or how loving you are. Perhaps you don't really show this to a lot of people because of what has happened to you in the past, and you come across kind of like with this energy of like, don't F with me. But it's only like some people would really know how, so this poetic and deep, and you fall hard, like you love even harder, like you have such a huge heart is what I'm getting, and it's kind of like the people that, it's just because people have hurt you in the past. So maybe at first glance, or if someone doesn't really know you, you'd kind of give off the vibe of like kind of like stay away from me type of thing energy, because you're not really down for anything at the moment, or you're just like you have very strong boundaries, and I feel like you just people that kind of like, oh, they wouldn't really want to approach you is what I'm getting. So it's kind of like that you, but then it's like behind that kind of barrier, behind your kind of big wall that you have up, it's like you have this real deep fucking like, it's just this feminine energy, and this like this real ancient goddess, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, that it's like this energy that's very ancient, very wise, and very protective. You're very protective of yourself and of those that you love. But because you have been through so much shit, this is why you're poetic and deep, and you have so many layers to you that, like, even maybe people, I feel intimidated, but also they'll find you quite mysterious, is what I'm getting, because, yeah, and you're pretty good at, like, I'm getting something about a chameleon, but I'm also getting something around like, yeah, you're very good at adapting, but it's kind of like people wouldn't even know. Yeah, you kind of put on like a mask, I guess, to like who you really are, because there's like so much more to you, but people just don't even know, or they'll be like, oh, she's just like bitchy, or she's just like something, like the way you come across gets read wrongly, but you don't like care anyway, because you're just not interested in people. Like, I feel like you're just not interested in people that much, because you kind of like, don't waste my time is what I'm getting. I feel like you've been through so much drama and kind of the toxic people in your life that's why I feel like your heart has been broken so many times, but that's why you come, yeah, you have this big barrier, like I said, but people don't actually know that you have this huge heart and so much love to give. I feel like, yeah, so I hope this is making sense. It's like you have the succubus energy, but it's like deep in your heart too. Like that's what you give off, but it's like deep in your heart. You are such a saint, and you've so much love to give, but people don't know. You don't show that to people. You come across very like authoritative, is what I'm getting to, and very much, yeah, like boss bitch, or you're building your empire, or yeah, you have big dreams, you have big goals, you're wanting to really do something with your life, is what I'm getting. Very passionate, very driven. Yeah, you've been through some shit. I feel like I'm just getting this whole thing that people are like scared of you. People are scared of you. You're going to be really successful. This group is like fucking bomb. You're going to be really successful, and that is because of what's happened to you. You're determined to build something for yourself, whether this is, I'm getting kind of around financial wealth is coming through very strongly. It might have been something where in your childhood you didn't have a lot of things, or something really challenged you and you were like, no, I'm going to make sure that I'm like well off, that I'm, like you're very determined to change kind of like how your childhood was, or just like where people may have said that you were not going to succeed, or it was kind of something in your family where it's like wasn't very supported perhaps, or something that you're doing isn't very supportive as well. Yeah, so something that you're doing might be not very supportive. You Like maybe your family has different ideas about things as well, is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's something around your family with the sun. I feel like maybe you didn't have a lot or something, like when you were younger, or there's something here where you're very focused on financial stability. You're very much going to be like, I'm changing my life, like I'm very, very determined. I feel too coming in is, yeah, so I'm just seeing random things I was going to tell you. Coming through to is like you're very good. You have very many different skill sets, is what I'm getting. There's almost a thing here coming through that you perhaps had to sacrifice love, or you're not wanting to let it in because you're more focused on changing this kind of thing around in your family, or something around financial stability, or just, yeah, that, or something about status, money is coming through. So maybe you had to sacrifice. Like I feel like you had these partners or something that could have been like toxic in your life before, but now you're more focused on, I'm going to build something, or you just let these things go. Like I feel like you sacrifice a lot, like maybe friendship and things are not that important to you, is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's this thing about money coming through as well. Like you really want to have that financial wealth and that financial security. So why are people so drawn to you? So like I said, I feel like they're intimidated by you. So they'll see you, but I feel that, like I was saying, there's this whole thing where I feel they would be afraid to, like they notice you and they kind of have this view on you, and then they're just like afraid to approach you, is what I'm getting. Because it's kind of like they feel if they said anything wrong to you or something, that like they would just be scared. But I feel like this is the energy of kind of what you've put up around you. So perhaps people are I feel like they would be attracted to you, but they would feel intimidated and asking you out or approaching you, or they would see that your energy is more focused towards like your wealth and your finances. And I feel that you've planted a lot of intentions around what it is that you are wanting to do with your life. So I want to look into these intentions and how you can be using your manifestations. Your manifestations and this energy to enhance your manifestations. And I want to take that over on my Patreon and look into your craft, your magic, any like witchcraft or things that I can pick up on that you are doing with your practice, and we're going to look at this energy that I've just described and how you can be using this, because I can see you're very financially focused, and so there's that I will look into this further over on my Patreon. So if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, leave me a comment because I love reading comments, and I will see you over on Patreon. See ya. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So today we're going to be asking the question, why are people so drawn to you? Are you a succubus or a saint? So I've got some channeled messages for you. So let's first have a look at your channeled messages, and I'm going to pick some tarot cards and we'll get deeper into this question. And then on my Patreon, I'm going to be looking at how you can further be using this energy, whatever I'm picking up on, to your advantage, in your manifestations, in your craft, your magic. Then I'll take that over there and just look into it, I guess, a bit more further, and like how you can be using it to the best of your advantage. Great. So let's have a look at what you've got. Opening psychic clarity, not being afraid. You know exactly who you want. We do have elevating. Time to go inward. Generally, something going on here. You don't take shit from anyone. This is someone you know. Everyone is watching you. A deep evaluation of what you want. And we have modern and sophisticated. So, why are people so drawn to you? Pile number 3. Pile number 3, I feel like you have recently taken yourself kind of like away from a lot of people. You kind of retreated, and I feel like because there's definitely, especially with all these messages, definitely something where you went through or are still on the verge of going through this type of spiritual like awakening is what I'm getting. And you know that we have continuous spiritual awakenings, like that's how we elevate and then you kind of like go through this kind of stage and you learn from that, and then you will go, and then it kind of plateaus out, and then you'll hit it again. And then it's kind of like another lesson, and then you would get either open up more to a lot of your different, especially this opening psychic clarity and not being afraid. So even if you already are, and I'm sensing you already are psychic, like it's kind of like through these awakenings, you become and open up to more and more of your gifts. And even when I first started, because I was just like, you kind of get better at reading tarot or whatever, but the more I got into doing this work like fully, the more I just had no idea of the way that the gifts and what I knew and what was opening up. Like I just wouldn't even have like known the stuff. So yeah, because no one even like back in the day, like no one even told me. So it was like, what the hell is like happening to me? And then I'd come out of it, and then you would just, and sometimes you don't even know. Oh, I feel like you do. Like, depends on the shift and the awakening, when sometimes it will be massive and you'll go through, like, a real dark night of the soul. But sometimes then, like, you'll go through a huge one, I reckon, and then it depends on kind of like the next stages. And sometimes, they always feel like hard anyway. But I don't mean to like. But then you get through it, and that's when you are elevating. So I feel like this has kind of recently happened to you, or you're still kind of in it. And I feel like people have actually noticed this about you. So whether this is like past people or people on your social media or just like friends and family, there's something about you that they've kind of sensed is different. So perhaps even like you've had a perspective change, but I'm also getting like perhaps even like a personality, like your personality's changed, or things that you used to like, you don't really like anymore. I'm getting even like your fashion sense might have changed, or just like how your appearance or who you want to hang out with. There's something that people like saying, so-and-so's like, they're gone really different, or because you're just not gelling with, sorry, I'm just like drinking. You're not really gelling with like certain people anymore. And maybe people are just like, the people that I feel like are like, oh, they think so-and-so thinks they're too good for us or something, but they're just like reading you wrong is what I'm getting. So just know those people are just like whatever, and they can think what they want, because you know that, with the star. It's something that you've been through where you're really, really, or are going to be really, really noticed. So if you've recently, because this is a general reading, could be all in different stages, you might be still going through this, and then when you come out, this is what is going to happen, or you have recently come out of this period is what I'm going. You really did some inner healing. 7 of Cups. You really did some inner healing, and you really started evaluating, what is it that I want to do with my life? I feel that you've been very focused. Yeah, you're thinking about, like, how do I want to be in the world? There could be a lot of focus around money. Page of Pentacles is in reverse, but I'll just put it like this. Yeah, you're looking to, how can I build this new life for me, is what I'm getting. Okay, I know this reading is why I'm drawn to, but I'm just going to keep, this is what Spirit is, this is what's coming through. There's this whole thing around you're wanting, yeah, this thing here. But I feel like this whole thing, like why are people drawn to you? But now you've been through this elevation, and I'm just kind of feeling like, I know it's like why people drawn to you, but I'm getting like people around you or old friends are kind of like things have changed, like you don't really want to hang out with them or something. Yeah, I feel like your whole life has changed. I feel like you're wanting new people in your life is what I'm getting. Okay, why are people so drawn to pile number 3? I'm getting more of like the saint energy from you is what I'm getting. And that's because you're doing like a lot of healing. You're doing like a lot of work on yourself, and you're really focusing on you and self-love. And I know it's like why people drawn to you, but I feel like you're not really interested in a lot of people around you. Yeah. I feel like you've walked away from a lot of people and left a lot of old friends. So you don't really care, even though you clicked on this video, I feel like you don't really care who's like drawn to you, because you want to like draw in new people, and you're going through this elevation and this shift where you're going through this new change where you're finding out who you are. So you're more focused on like your life and like on your career and what is new, and some type of new idea you have is what I'm getting. I feel like, why are people so drawn? Yeah, because your energy's changed. I'm feeling like I'm not really feeling like people around you. I'm feeling like you're just more focused on you. I feel like you gave a lot. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, so he's right. I feel like you've given a lot to people, and now you're just like, oh, I'm just going to give to myself. So you don't really care who is like drawn to you, because you're just focusing on you. Yeah, I saw the 8 of Cups before, and it just came out again. You're leaving things behind. You're leaving people behind. You're focusing on you. I know you clicked on this video, but you probably need to hear this. People had shit in the past is what I'm getting. 5 of Swords. Yeah, you went through transformation, death. Queen of Cups. You're a saint. You're more focused on you. You don't really care about other people. But there is, I'm getting for some, and you went through huge transformation. You let go of shit people. You can't be fucked anymore. There's this thing here for some people. Just take this message if it resonates, that's coming through. I am getting for some people that there is a certain person around you, or that will be coming towards you. There is just one person I'm feeling. We do have this as someone you know. So there is someone that is quite looking at you or noticing you, or you know this person. And let's see why this person is drawn to you. I knew that was going to come out. I saw the Lovers, and then I was like, and I saw it like peeping out of the deck, and then I was like, if it comes out, and it's in the Knight of Cups. This is someone that is, so take this message if it resonates, but it's coming in. This is someone that's noticing you or is around you already. So you could currently be with this person, or for a lot of you, I'm feeling like you're not really with someone, and there is someone that is watching you. And this is a person that you already know, and we have the Lovers here. So this is the person that's mainly coming into a reading of like why this person is drawn to you. I love it. It's like the Lovers card. It's like looking at me, and then this person sees how much growth you've done, how much healing you've done. They see you as someone really beautiful. They see you as someone that's really caring and nurturing. And even though that too, like everyone is watching you, because I feel like I was saying like those other past friends and the people you let go of, like they're noticing you, but they're coming off of like, oh, she or he thinks they're like too good or whatever, like I was saying. But this other person notices like all the work you've done in yourself and kind of like, this is what I'm getting from this person. So that's more of like this person that is like in your energy at the moment is like what is coming through. Okay, what else am I picking up on? I think I'm going to take this, I'll pick a few more, and then I'm going to take this into my Patreon, and then see how you can best be using this energy. But why are people drawn to pile 3? You have the Death again. This huge transformation. You have the Death card twice. So people are drawn to you, or they are more noticing you that you've changed, is what I've said. And definitely there is someone around you or people around you that I feel they're just more noticing you because they've seen your transformation. I feel like I've already said this, so I'm going to keep repeating myself, but it's like other person is the one that's coming through the strongest in this reading, or and this is someone that you know, so that's interesting, that wants to communicate with you. It's like they see more of the real you than other people do, is what I'm getting, because I feel like these other people are just kind of not, that you've left were kind of not on your frequency, and you've elevated has changed. And I mean, this Death card twice, you've been through or recently went through huge transformation, which says it all. Like Death card twice, elevating, time to go inward, like you went inward. You don't take shit from anyone. You had a deep evaluation. You're opening up. Your psychic gifts are opening up. See, it's just kind of all makes sense. So let's take this. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And let's take this into Patreon and look at how you can be, because you've got this new opening your psychic clarity up. Let's look into more of that psychic gift and how you can be using this energy in your craft and kind of, anything else I'm getting around your career. What's coming in for you, anything else around this person. So let's take this into Patreon.